मजाक मजाक में क्रिस लिन ने कुछ बोला था that his first game could be his last game, लेकिन इससे क्या किस्सा है with that player who's set to make his comeback for the Mumbai team, मैं आपको बताने वाली हूँ. उसके बाद देखेंगे why has Sehwag defended this Hyderabad franchise player, और सबसे अंत में we're going to find out who is that Pakistani player that the skipper Babar Azam has complete faith in. Hello everybody, welcome to News Tracker. My name is Nivedna Prabhu. This is the show where you are updated about the latest news in the world of cricket. But before I begin the video, if you haven't liked, shared and subscribed to Cricket Tracker as yet, do not wait for anything. Hit that button quickly, and without wasting time, let's start this video. If there's one thing that we've understood so far in the 14th season of the Indian T20 League is that everybody is putting their best foot forward, and each of the franchises are of course having that nail-biting and you're anticipating to see, who's going to be winning. And last evening's match too was something similar when Hyderabad took on Kolkata, but of course Kolkata beat the Hyderabad franchise by 10 runs. But former Indian cricketer Virendra Sehwag had something to say about this Hyderabadi player, that is Manish Pandey. Now he feels like, Hyderabad could have actually had that chance to beat Kolkata if Manish Pandey had really stepped up, but he also defended him in the capacity of the fact that, maybe he could not give that deliveries because the ball was not in his radar. Now the entire, context is because of the fact that Manish Pandey did get that 61 runs not out of 44 balls. He also had an amazing partnership with Johnny Bairstow, but that was not enough because of course Hyderabad could not really chase that target set by Kolkata. But on the other hand, Virendra Sehwag went on to say something about Manish Pandey in this particular match, because there's so many critics and of course fans as well who were coming after Pandey for not being aggressive enough. So Virendra Sehwag gave his 2 cents, like he's always famous for being so vocal about his opinion. In this particular statement, Virendra Sehwag said that Pandey couldn't hit a boundary in the last 3 overs he batted against KKR. The lone 6 came off the last ball when the match was over. He had an important role play. He had already faced the pressure and was set. Had he taken the initiative to smash a few boundaries, Hyderabad wouldn't have lost the game by 10 runs. It happens sometimes that you're a set batsman, but you don't get the balls to hit. I think the same thing has happened with Manish Pandey. Now this of course is Virendra Sehwag's take on how Manish Pandey performed and probably why that actually happened. And he also was very honest with the fact and probably candid that sometimes batsmen who are even set in that particular order might struggle a little bit. But do you agree with Virendra Sehwag, or do you think people should be cutting some slack to Manish Pandey? Definitely share your opinions with me in the comment section below. There are a lot of people who say one thing that really sets apart a great captain from other captains is the fact that when they back and they have complete faith in their, of course, in their team, and especially in teammates when they're not having great performances. And one such skipper is of course Babar Azam, who's always backed his teammates when they've had, poor phases, and he's always said that, with whatever context it could be of that player, he always backs them with complete support and, really goes out there and gives an explanation as to why a particular player did not really rise to the occasion. Now in this context, of course, it is when Babar Azam is talking about Sarfaraz Ahmed. Now Pakistan of course managed to clinch that series against South Africa 2-1. However, he has now come out and said that even though people are of course questioning Sarfaraz Ahmed's form, he is very much looking at using Sarfaraz Ahmed at the number 5 position as well as the wicket keeper in the ODI matches of course. Now this of course is because of the fact that on the other hand, with the rise of a cricketer like Mohammad Rizwan, everybody was really debating about where Sarfaraz Ahmed would come in and how would it work out for the Pakistan team. But the Babar Azam, of course, the Pakistani captain, has been very clear on one thing, that he has complete faith and trust in the abilities of a cricketer like Sarfaraz. Now, he did not stop just there. He went on to say a couple of more things about Sarfaraz. In fact, Babar Azam said that Sarfaraz Ahmed is in the team with us because we trust in his abilities and we will try and utilize him in ODIs as a wicket keeper and batsman at the number 5 position as it suits him the best. That is also the position which needs a batsman batsmen to move the innings, and that is what we are lacking in the previous two matches where the middle order was really struggling. Now this of course is what Babar Azam has to say about Sarfaraz Ahmed, but what do you all think? Is this a justified statement, or do you think there's so much of pressure for Ahmed to really, come up with a better performance, especially when cricketers like Mohammad Rizwan are really stealing the spotlight? Tell me in the comment section what you think. On one hand, there's some great news coming for one Mumbai player. On the other hand, there might not be such great news for this cricketer. Why is that? Well, we all know that in the opening game of the 14th season of the Indian T20 League was of course between Mumbai and Bangalore, where Bangalore of course won against the Mumbai team. But if there was one player who we got to see but was benched the entire season of the 2020 edition of the Indian T20 League, it was Chris Lynn. And Chris Lynn of course got that opportunity to really show what he had in that match, along with of course skipper Rohit Sharma. But we're not talking about that run out which happened there, but there was a particular statement that Chris Lynn had made earlier about it being his first or last match because of that goof up. But this has nothing to do with it, because the person that he actually replaced, Quinton de Kock, is going to be back in action. That's right, Quinton de Kock of course was in that mandatory quarantine period because he of course had travelled from South Africa and he had to follow those rules thanks to COVID-19. But in that context now, Quinton de Kock will be of course back for the Mumbai game against Kolkata. Now this has also been confirmed by Director of Operations of Cricket for the Mumbai team, Zaheer Khan. He said that Quinton is already practicing, he's already had a couple of sessions, he's all set to be taking on the Kolkata team, and everybody's of course looking forward to that, and so is Quinton de Kock. Now how excited are you to see Quinton in action for the Mumbai team? Or are you feeling bad for Chris Lynn? I really want to know this one, so comment below and tell me. Well, with that, it's a wrap on this edition of the News Tracker. If you liked the video, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up, hit the subscribe button, and of course follow all our social media channels so that you stay updated about the latest news in the world of cricket. My name is Nivedna Prabhu. I'll be seeing you very soon. Until then, tell me below which are your top 2 favorite teams of the IPL, and I am going to be seeing you very soon. Until then, take care, stay safe, and don't forget that mask.